creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.
Hello and welcome to AVN, your weekly roundup of the news from around the globe. I'm Abdullah Ahil, your host for the evening. It's been 5 months since surfers first noticed signs of the toxic algal bloom in waters off South Australia's Fleurieu Peninsula. In addition to the economic and industry impacts, it's also changed the way many people live and interact with the coastline, and there are growing warnings about the toll on human health.
Like many in Victor Harbour, the beach is part of Jackson Baker's way of life. But the teenager has been forced to curb his love of the great outdoors since signs of the algal bloom began washing up near his home.
Just can't be happy when I'm outside anymore.
The 17-year-old lives with a genetic condition and an intellectual disability. He used to visit the beach every day as part of his routine to regulate his mental health. After developing a persistent cough, his mum Kirsty took steps to limit his exposure.
He's been through quite a lot, and so the cough really does end up hurting him physically with his back and his chest.
It's a problem Ajit Das is seeing in his pharmacy in the beachside suburb of Brighton.
One of the customers just came in last week and she's really traumatized. So she was walking her dog by the beach in Brighton Beach and she found it's having breathing difficulties.
He says people have been reaching for products like inhalers and eye drops to quickly relieve symptoms.
So it's got a reactive oxygen species in it that's a little bit like hydrogen peroxide, you know, like surfers used to put in their hair, and too much of that is an irritant.
While the physical effects of the bloom can disappear within hours, the mental health effects may not be so short-lived. A university survey of hundreds of locals shows for many, a trip to the beach is now bringing up feelings of grief.
When they go to the beach or they see footage of, dead animals washing up on the beach, that is also creating more worry and anxiety.
Once a source of relaxation, now a constant source of stress, leaving many wondering when life will return to normal. Rachel Merritt, ABC News.
India and Japan shares civilizational ties as cultures connect our food preferences.
This is Nirvanam, an important stop for lovers of Indian food in Tokyo, starting in 2005 as the first authentic South Indian restaurant in Japan, bringing in the diverse flavors of India to Japanese and international audiences.
Japanese, they're very foodie people. They like all the food, especially they want to try the different kind of food and especially curries. But they need less spicy curries. And we introduce lots of South Indian food too. The Japanese people, they like.
Known for its authentic taste, traditional recipes and warm hospitality, Nirvanam has introduced countless Japanese customers to the diversity of Indian cuisine.
I like Indian foods for about 40 years. When I came to this restaurant, I found this restaurant very, very good. I like dal in general. And the most favorite dish is sambar. Yeah, sambar and sambar wada.
Spicy soup, spice curry. Yes, it's fresh for us. Because Japan is only soup, miso soup or soba or udon, so many spices is fresh for us. And this restaurant, the people is so fun and happy, so it's very interesting.
Beyond food, Nirvanam has played an important role as a cultural bridge between the peoples of India and Japan. With camera person Shailendra Chauhan, Shubhendu Ghosh, DD India, Tokyo.
Tokyo Toy Show shows off AI products, kid stuff for grown-ups.
The International Tokyo Toy Show has been showing off products that use artificial intelligence and others that appeal to adults who are kids at heart. More than 200 companies and organizations are displaying around 35,000 items at the annual exhibition, which opened on 28 August. One product is a robot inspired by a meerkat. AI gives it the power of speech. The device draws from its past conversations with humans and from visual scenes stored in its memory. An NHK reporter who was having trouble falling asleep asked for the robot's advice. At the event, there was no shortage of kidults, grown-ups who like playing with kid stuff. The Japan Toy Association says these consumers are driving the domestic market. Toy sales overall have seen strong growth. The association says they were up nearly 8% in fiscal 2024 from the previous year at around 1.1 trillion yen or $7.5 billion. That's the highest since 2001, when comparable data became available. The exhibition runs through 31st August.
Western Australia Police places unlocked e-scooters outside of shopping centres in what they say is a proactive operation to combat theft. But legal experts have raised questions about whether the tactic will actually reduce crime.
While it's an average Perth shopping centre, it's also the home of a simple police sting. Officers planted an e-scooter, similar to this one, left it and waited for someone to steal it. In May, a 21-year-old was caught and pleaded guilty as part of what court transcripts show was a proactive operation to combat the theft of e-scooters. The man told the court he fell in the trap. The magistrate called his behaviour stupid, told him not to get caught in the trap again and gave him a 1-month conditional release order of $250. She also expressed some concerns about the situation the young man found himself in on that day. Police confirmed they use secured, seized or forfeited e-rideables as bait and say people who steal will be held to account. The police commissioner defended the operation and says similar tactics are used to target car theft.
Out in the street, locked up, people break into cars and drive off. Police have been doing that for years.
The commissioner says police are addressing community concerns over stealing and trying innovative solutions within the law.
If the community doesn't want us to do this, then that's why the parliament exists, and they can remove those types of activities from or prevent us from doing it under the law.
I would have thought with our prisons full to overflowing at breaking point, and this is consistently the concern of the inspector of the prisons, that we wouldn't be out clogging up courts and prisons with this kind of fairly minor offending, particularly where people are almost induced to commit a crime.
Another legal expert says it's difficult to find data proving this approach reduces theft.
Those kinds of statistics are difficult to get hold of, but I think anything that reduces crime is a good thing as long as civil rights aren't impeded.
When questioned on whether there was any evidence stings led to a reduction in theft, Commissioner Cole Blanche said it was difficult to provide statistics, but maintained the job of police is to bring people accused of crimes before the courts. Maya Kordick, ABC News.
Tasmanian skateboarders calls for Hobart's premier skate venue to be repaired and upgraded. A local skating organisation says improving the North Hobart Skate Park would help young Tasmanian skaters reach international competitions.
Petition and says some of his...
We've got skateboarders down here
of the skate park, but it can be a touchy subject. For many, there's nostalgia and history.
Swiss skipper Alan Rohrer battles 120 kilometers per hour winds in wild Mediterranean squall at sea.
During leg 3 of the ocean race Europe between Cartagena, Spain and Nice, France, Swiss skipper Alan Rohrer of Team Amala encountered a sudden Mediterranean squall with winds exceeding 65 knots, 120 kilometers per hour. Incredible onboard footage captured the chaos as Rohrer walked on deck to secure sails and equipment amidst heavy swells. Rohra revealed the challenging conditions. He stated that he has never experienced wind like that in the Mediterranean. He described focusing on critical tasks such as reducing the mainsail and securing gear to prevent it from being lost overboard. The Ocean Race Europe fleet is expected to complete the leg, arriving in Nice on the morning of 29th August.
A puma concolor is spotted in a protected area.
This protected forest in the El Manzanillo district municipality of Itagüí, Antigua, is home to species that were not thought to be able to live there. This is the case of this concolor puma that was captured by the reserve's trap cameras, where it can be seen quietly walking through what is now its habitat. The protected area of Itagüí, where this sighting took place, covers 316 hectares and is linked to the Forest Ranger program. The environmental authorities are calling for the protection of both natural resources and the species that may inhabit them. According to the authorities, this is the third puma concolor to be spotted in rural territories under the jurisdiction of the metropolitan area of the Ebra Valley.
A video surveillance camera footage taken at a giant panda breeding and conservation base in southwest China's Sichuan province shows the captivating scene of two giant panda twins frolicking at their habitat, with one sneaking from behind and surprisingly covering the eyes of the other, who was eating bamboo shoots.
A video surveillance camera footage taken at a giant panda breeding and conservation base in southwest China's Sichuan province shows the captivating scene of two giant panda twins frolicking at their habitat, with one sneaking from behind and surprisingly covering the eyes of the other, who was eating bamboo shoots. The footage was taken recently at the Dujiangyong base of the China Conservation and Research Center for the Giant Panda, also known as CCRCGP in Sichuan, and was released by the iPanda multimedia platform fully developed by China Central Television. Born in August of 2023, the playful twins are named Ruji and Tianyi. Their mother is a giant panda also known as Tianyui. The CCRCGP is a world-leading institution dedicated to the breeding and conservation of one of China's national treasures, the giant panda. The center has also established a global platform for promoting international cooperation and exchanges involving 18 zoos from 16 countries and regions, 39 domestic animal breeding institutions, and over 10 scientific research institutes.
A spectacular light show is held along the Haihe River in the northern Chinese port city of Tianjin as part of the celebrations for the upcoming 2025 Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO Summit.
A spectacular light show is being held along the Haihe River in the northern Chinese port city of Tianjin as part of the celebrations for the upcoming 2025 Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or also known as SCO Summit. Since August 19, the Night of Haihe light show has been illuminating the river, taking viewers on a stunning journey through time. The 8-minute show, which illuminates skyscrapers, bridges, and other structures around the center of Tianjin, tells story from China's past, present, and future, and explores the nation's long-standing bonds with SCO member states. The light show is the product of nearly 200 days of hard work by a design team of professionals from different fields. Scheduled from August 31st and September 1st, the summit will be the largest gathering in the SCO's history, with more than 20 foreign leaders and 10 heads of international organizations expected to attend.
One of the photographs in the advertisement shows the portrait of a lady by Italian master Giuseppe Ghislandi, 1655 to 1743, hanging above a sofa inside a house in Mar del Plata, a city about 250 miles south of Buenos Aires.
The house was owned by SS officer and senior financial advisor to war criminal Hermann Göring, Frederick Kajjan, who moved to South America after World War II. The painting, which is listed in a database of lost wartime art, was located when the house was put up for sale by the official's daughter, according to a Dutch newspaper known as AD.
Tickets for the first batch of the 15th National Games event are now on sale.
It's the first time Hong Kong will co-host the event with Guangdong and Macau. Besides online ticketing platforms, the public can also purchase physical tickets at China Travel Services branch. Tickets for the first batch of the 15th National Games went on sale at 10 a.m. on the 29th of August at the Mong Kok branch of China Travel Service. This man bought 3 tickets for the Rugby Sevens event. The intention is to support Hong Kong rugby team. The time frame he is available, he also has a chance to look into the facilities of the new stadium in Kai Tak. This resident was concerned about the purchase restrictions. He wanted to buy tickets for all the events with his friends, only to find that each person can only buy 6 tickets at one time. Physical tickets are available at the 11 China Travel Service branches across Hong Kong, but only for the Hong Kong events, including beach volleyball, handball, rugby sevens, and basketball.
2,000-year-old pool in Satala still serves local village.
The ancient Roman pool in Satala, located in the village of Sadak in Gumul Haini, dates back 2,000 years. The pool is considered one of the most significant structures of the ancient city. Remarkably, the people of Sadak village still use the pool as a source of drinking and irrigation water. For nearly 2 millennia, the structure has remained in continuous use. About 20 years ago, villagers covered the pool with a sheet metal roof and sealed it with a brickwork to prevent moss formation, since the water was essential for daily needs. Now, efforts have been launched to make the ancient pool more functional and preserve it as a cultural heritage site.
And that's all the news we have for this week's AVN Bulletin. We will see you next week for any new updates. Until then, I'm Abdullah Ahil from PSM News.
Creating a news agenda that reflects an unbiased view of Asian current affairs without relying on external news sources. Asia Vision, Asian news through Asian eyes.